कहाँ रे मनवा बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा। हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा। काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन। काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन। भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा, जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मन, पहचानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा। हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ। नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी, नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी, हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी। नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी, हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी। कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को गुरु कृपा के बिना रे मनवा, गुरु दया के बिना रे मनवा। ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा। हरि चरण कमल कैसे पावो, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन। गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा।
ॐ जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः। तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So today we are going to discuss Chatushloki Bhagavatam, the essence of Bhagavatam in just 4 verses. Who is the Guru and who is the Shishya here? So Guru is none other than the Supreme Lord, and Shishya is the Prathamaja Brahmaji. Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim Cha Tatputra Parasharam Cha. This is how that Guruparamparā goes. So in that lineage, that who is the first Guru and first Shishya? Narayanam Padma Bhuvam. So Bhagavan Narayana is giving this knowledge to Padma Bhuva or Padma Bhava, born out of lotus, which is none other than Brahmaji. So in Bhagavatam, this story comes. All of you must have read this story. Brahmaji finds himself seated on a lotus, and he looks around and he finds that there is this pralaya jala, infinite water of deluge. He is totally confused. He tries to find out where is he. So he goes through that stem of that lotus, that tube, trying to find out where this stem is coming from. He's not able to find out the source. Totally confused, dejected. He's sitting not knowing what to do. At that time, he hears a sound, tapa, tapa, a voice. Do austerity. This is a sound. So then he sits and meditates for almost 1000 divine years. That's what is written there. And with that, he attains tremendous amount of purity of mind and concentration of mind. Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata he gains. And in that pure mind, he sees the presence of the Lord. So Bhagavan comes in that Shankha Chakra Gada Padma form. He takes him to Vaikuntha. And there, Bhagavan makes clear why Brahmaji is born. So he says, my dear son, you are going to be the Brahma of the next creation. So you are going to be that person who is going to create the whole creation, bring forth the whole creation. So therefore, now that you have to engage into this activity, my dear son, you will need a very, very, very important knowledge. And what is that knowledge? You must know what this creation is. You must know everything about Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara. Who this individual is, what this world is, and who God is. Everything you must know. Otherwise, what will happen? Without this knowledge, if you enter into this creative process, what will happen is 2 major problems you will encounter. What are the 2 major problems? Ahankara and Mamakara. When you create, you will get attached to the creation and you will say it is my creation. This is called as Mamakara. And also, after creating, you will have this arrogance, a pride that because of me, creation happened. I am the creator. That ego will come. These are the 2 big dangers when you go to create anything, ahankara and mamakara. And what will happen if that these two problems, what is the end result of these problems? The end result is punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So therefore, my dear son, you will need this knowledge. So thus, Bhagavan, in essence, Bhagavan gives this great knowledge, this Vedantic knowledge, in just 4 verses to Brahmaji, to equip himself, that he must do the creation, at the same time action should not bind him. So these instructions are very useful for us, because somewhere or the other we are all Brahmajis only. What are we doing here in this world? We have come to fulfill our responsibilities, isn't it? We are also creating a little bit of something or the other. We create our own family, we create our own job, there's a profession, there are responsibilities to fulfill. So what will happen if we don't have this knowledge? If we don't have this knowledge, we will bind ourselves. We will bind ourselves to this world. Binding ourselves to this world means what? Repeated birth-death cycle will be the end result if we live in this world without this knowledge. So this knowledge is absolutely essential. We cannot say that, no, Brahmaji wanted it, okay, fine, but I don't care about it. This knowledge is equally applicable to all of us, because a problem faced by Brahmaji is the same problem which we are all facing. What is the problem faced by Brahmaji? He found himself in this world and he was not clear what is this world. Isn't it true that we are also in the same situation? From where we have come, we don't know. After death, where we'll go, we don't know. What is the purpose of life? We don't know. Where this world has come, we don't know. Who is God? We don't know. The same confusion was experienced by Brahmaji also. So our situation is not different. It's the same thing. So Bhagavan, very well knowing that in the future he will have problem, so this knowledge is given even before Brahmaji starts to create, enters into the world for creation. First read the manual of right living, then live rightly, isn't it? So this Chatushloki Bhagavatam is nothing but manual of right living. It is absolutely essential that this knowledge we must possess, because otherwise action is a double-edged weapon. What do you mean double-edged weapon? If you don't know how to handle this weapon, you will injure yourself. That is action. Any action for that matter. So since we are all here to fulfill our responsibilities, we have responsibilities towards the society, towards our family. So we have so many responsibilities. How these responsibilities should be fulfilled? With the help of Vedantic knowledge. So this is in essence Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So Bhagavan says, Jnanam paramaguhyam me yat vijnana samanvitam sarahasyam tadangam cha grihana gadidam maya.
Baba dakche.
So what does Bhagavan say? Oh Brahma, this knowledge is a great secret. It's very, very rare. And it is that knowledge which you can directly experience in your own heart. It is not some intellectual knowledge. No, it is something which you can directly experience. So therefore, I am going to give this knowledge to you. Not only this knowledge I will give you, I will also give you what is a means to practice it. How to practice this knowledge, that also I will tell you. Listen carefully. So now starts Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So verse number 32, if you have the book or sloka in front. Ahameva samevagre nanyat yat sadasat param paschadaham yadetacha yo vashishyeta sosmyaham. This is the first verse. So what is Bhagavan saying? Agre ahameva asam na anyat. Agre, in the beginning, before the creation, ahameva asam, I alone was. There was nothing else. So, before the creation proceeded, Bhagavan says, I alone was. Na anyat, there was nothing else. Only I was there. Okay, after that what happened? Paschat. Paschat means after creation coming into existence. Paschat. Etad yat. Whatever is seen in this creation, things and beings, sentient and insentient beings, etad yat, whatever you see, tad aham, that also is me. So before creation, I alone was. After creation, I alone am. So what you see in this creation, plants, animals, birds, rocks, minerals, whatever you see, it is nothing but me alone. Tad aham. And then, yaha avashishyeta. Later on, a time will come when the whole creation will go into pralaya. It will dissolve. Deluge will come. Yaha avashishyeta. So what will remain after creation has gone? Saha aham asmi. After creation also, I alone will remain. And who am I? Sat asat param. I am that which is beyond sat asat. Sat asat means cause effect. So what is this world? It is nothing but cause effect. So the seed is the cause, tree is the effect. Again, tree becomes the cause, seed becomes the effect. The game goes on. Father is the cause, son or daughter is the effect. From there, the creation goes on. Karma is the cause, karma phala is the effect. So what is this play of this world? This play of this world is nothing but cause-effect relationship. What is Bhagavan saying? I am neither the cause nor the effect. I am beyond cause-effect. So what is this whole first verse? Bhagavan says, before creation, I alone was. During creation, I alone am. After creation, I alone will be. Is it clear? Right. This knowledge is very, very essential. So naturally a question comes, Bhagavan, but I am seeing this creation and I am not seeing you. You are saying you alone exist, but except you, everything else is seen. So then answering this, Bhagavan gives the next verse, verse number 33. What does Bhagavan say? Rutertham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidyādatmano māyā yatha bhaso yatha tamaha. Bhagavan, my question is, I am seeing the whole world. And according to me, this world alone is real. You are saying you alone are real, but according to me, the world alone is real. Because that's what I perceive with my senses. What about this world then? So Bhagavan answers, oh my dear son, tad vidyat ātmanaha māyā. Whatever you see here in this, in the form of this world, in the form of this creation, know, tat vidyat, know it to be ātmanaha māyām, my Māyā. With the power of my Māyā Shakti, I have created this. Bhagavan, what is the nature of your Māyā? What is that power? What is its nature? I will tell you that. Rute artham yat pratiyeta. So what this Māyā power does? What this Māyā does is, pratiyeta, it projects. It shows. What does it show? Ruteyartham, that which is not there. That which is non-existent, this Maya projects as though it is the only thing which is existing. Ruteyartham, Rute means without. Artham means existence. So without something is there, it doesn't exist, but this Maya projects as though it exists. And then, na pratiyeta cha atmani. That which is non-existing, it shows as to be existing, and which is existing, na pratiyeta, it covers it, hides it. So that which is not there, it projects as though it is there. And that which is there, it covers it, hides it. So in Vedantic terminology, we call it āvarana and vikshepa. Āvarana means covering. So that which is there, it covers. And that which is not there, it projects. Vikshepa means to project. And where is it happening? Ātmani, in one's own self. The whole thing is happening in one's own self. Projection and covering. Bhagavan, can you give some example? Yatha abhasaha, yatha tamaha. Yatha abhasaha, just like reflection. Now you see the reflection in a mirror, isn't it? Is the thing there? No, it is only seen. It is not there, but it is seen. Yatha abhasa, just like a reflection. Reflected sun, reflected moon, it is seen, but it is not there. That's the example of vikshepa. What is the example of āvarana? Yatha tamaha, like darkness. In the darkness, things are there, but you don't see. In a dark room, there are so many things, but you don't see anything, though it is there. Right? So, once again revising the whole thing. Before the creation, I alone was. During the creation, I alone am. After the creation, I alone will be. But Bhagavan, why is it that you are not seen and something else is seen? That is because of the power of my Maya. This Maya has two properties, āvarana and vikshepa. It projects that which doesn't exist. It hides that which exists. And where is it happening? Ātmani. So what is reality? Ātmā is the reality. Ātmā means what? What is definition of Ātmā? Ātmā means I. That I in each and every one of us is called Ātmā. Now, what is the important conclusion you derive from 32 and 33? The important, very important conclusion is, what did Bhagavan say in 32? I alone was, I alone am, I alone will be. In verse number 33, what is he saying? Everything is projected in the self. So therefore, what is the important conclusion? This I am the self in each and every being. Got the point? I am not somewhere, somebody sitting in some Vaikuntha Loka. No. I am in the heart of each and every being, as the very Ātmā in them, as the very self in them, as the very I in them. So this I am, which you are experiencing, who is he? Is none other than Bhagavan himself. Right? So in this verse, what is it? Tat Tvamasi is mentioned here. If you compare the first and the second. That supreme reality, that Bhagavan, it is you. It is your own self. So what is this Maya Devi doing? I am hidden from my own supreme self, covering āvarana. And that which is just a projection of the mind, it is shown. So that which is not there, the world, which is nothing but a projection of the mind, it is shown. That which is there, which is Supreme Self, Satchidananda, it is covered. Is it clear? So naturally a question comes, Bhagavan, if this is what you do, covering the real and projecting the unreal, Bhagavan, how will we ever reach you then? We will ever be in samsara only. You have put all of us into a big trap, covering the real and projecting the unreal. So we'll always be in the realm of the unreal only. Bhagavan, is there some way out? How to come out of this? How to know what is real then? You have trapped all of us in Maya, Bhagavan. How to come out? So Bhagavan says, I will give you a technique to come out. Brahmaji, there is a way in which you can, using your discriminative intellect, find out what is real. It is not actually covered. The realities, we have only ignored the reality. Reality is always there. It is not covered. I say covering because you are so attracted to the unreal that you have ignored the real. That's all. That is called covering. What is covering? The unreal has become so attractive that you ignore the reality. This is actual covering. So therefore, if you are really interested in reality, you have to just use your discriminative intellect. Oh, my dear son, I will tell you how to use that discriminative intellect. How to think, how to use that Vivek Shakti, I will tell you. And that is the essence of the next verse, verse number 34. What does Bhagavan say? Yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshvanu pravishtanya pravishtani tatha teshu nateshvaham. Yes. So Bhagavan says, what is the definition of reality? How do you know what is real and what is unreal? The definition of reality is anything which is real, it is always there. Anything which is the truth, it is always there. Tri kaleshu, tri avasthasu yat tisthati tat sat. Sat means truth. What is the definition of truth? Tri kaleshu, in all the three periods of time. What are the three periods of time? Past, present, future. Three avasthasu. What are the three avasthas? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. In all these three states, in all these three times, what remains all the time is called truth. There's another definition also. Abadhyatvam satyatvam. That which cannot be denied is the truth. Right? So what is truth? That which is independent of everything else. That which cannot be denied is called truth. So to give this example, Bhagavan, to make this point clear, Bhagavan is giving an example. What is Bhagavan saying? Yatha, just like Uccha avacheshu bhuteshu. In all the beings, whether it's Uccha or avacheshu, means higher or lower, bigger or small, in all the beings, Mahanti bhutani anupravishtani. Mahanti bhutani, the great elements. What are the great elements? Pancha Mahabhutas. What are they? Space, air, fire, water, earth. Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. 5 elements. Mahanti bhutani anupravishtani. They have entered into the bodies of all beings. Yes or no? Yes. In this physical body that we see, all the 5 elements are there. Yes or no? Anupravishta means to enter. So all the bodies are made of these 5 elements. But api, even then, teshu na pravishtani. They have not entered. Means they are not affected. So we have the physical bodies here and we have the 5 elements here. So which is real in these two? Physical body or the 5 elements? we will say the 5 elements are real. Why? Because before the bodies were formed, 5 elements were there. Even when the body is seen, 5 elements alone are there. Because what is body? It is nothing but the name and form. That's all. 5 elements with a form is called body. There is nothing called actually body. There is only 5 elements, isn't it? Just like the ornaments. There is nothing called ornament. There is only gold. There is nothing called pots and pans. There is only clay. In the same way, there is nothing called fire. There is nothing called physical body, man body, woman body. There is nothing like that. There is only 5 elements. Even when the body exists, there is only 5 elements. And later on, when the body perishes, what remains? 5 elements. So what is reality? 5 elements alone are real. Now see the definition of truth. So before the body also 5 elements were there. During the body also 5 elements are there. After the body is perishing also 5 elements continue. So what is reality? Body is not real. Names and forms are not real. What is real? These 5 elements are real. In this limited context. In the same way, tatha teshu aham pravishtaha na pravishtaha. In the same way, I have entered into everything, but I am unaffected by anything. Just like 5 elements entered into the body, but they are unaffected by the happenings in the body, existence or non-existence of the body. 5 elements are not affected by the existence or non-existence of the body. In the same way, I alone give existence to the entire world, but I am not affected by the world. Right? So what does it mean? The whole world is seen in the mind. And where is the mind existing? In consciousness. Bhagavan is saying, this consciousness in each and every one of us, I am that. Attention to go to consciousness. The whole world is seen in the mind. The world has no existence other than the mind. When the mind is there, world is projected. When the mind goes into sleep, world is not there. So the world is projected in the mind. What is mind? Flow of thoughts. Where does it exist? It exists in consciousness. How do we know? We are aware of our thoughts. We are conscious of our thoughts. So this consciousness, which is giving support to the mind and the world, Bhagavan says, this consciousness is me. And this is only reality. How do you know this is the only reality? Now give this test to this consciousness. Does it exist in all periods of time? All 3 states? We see, yes, it is. In the waking state, this consciousness is there. How do I know? I am aware of this waking state. In the dream state also, I am aware of my dream state. In deep sleep also, I am aware that there is nothing. There is awareness there. So therefore, in 3 avasthasu, consciousness is there. In all the 3 states, consciousness is there. So therefore, since this consciousness cannot be negated, cannot be denied, it is all the time there. So this consciousness is the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says, this consciousness in you is me. Hold on to it. The whole Srishti Sthiti Laya will keep on happening. It is an endless process. It is Anadi, it is Ananta. Beginningless, endless. But you can come out of it. How to come out of it? How to remain unaffected by it? Hold on to this consciousness which is witnessing these 3 states. This is something which every one of us can do. Even while living in this world, hold on to this consciousness. So that is what is said in verse number 35. Etavadeva jitnyasyam tattva jitnyasunatmanah anvayavyatirekaabhyam yatsyat sarvatra sarvada. Etavat eva jitnyasyam. This is the only thing you need to know in life. Nothing else need to be known. By whom? Ātmanaha tattva jitnyasuna. The one who is a jitnyasu, the seeker of tattva, seeker of truth, seeker of the self, he need to know only this. He need to know only this, that Bhagavan is none other than the consciousness in me, the pure I in me. What is it that he should know? Sarvatra sarvada yat syat tad Ātmā. Bas. Sarvatra sarvada, at all times, everywhere, there is only one thing, that is Ātmā, the self, the consciousness. How to know it? Anvaya vyatirekabhyam. In its presence, everything is present. In its absence, nothing is present. Anvaya means presence. Vyatireka means absence. It is all the time present. Even when the illusory thing is absent, this reality is present. This is a proof that it is real. Illusions may come and go, but reality will always exist. Illusion can have presence and absence, but reality can have only presence. Anvaya vyatireka. How do you know something is real? The illusions come and go. It will have presence and absence, but reality will have only presence. Just like that 5 elements. Body is called illusion. Why? It comes and goes. 5 elements are real. Why? It is always there. In that limited context. So this is all what you need to do. Bhagavan, now how to practice it? So the last verse, verse number 36. It is a practical tip. After that, once again, we'll discuss this. What is a practical tip? Verse number 36. Etanmatam samatishta paramena samadhina bhavan kalpa vikalpeshu na vimukhyati karhichit. Etanmatam samatishta. O Brahmaji, practice this. Matam means knowledge. This knowledge, samadhishta, very well practice. What is this practice? Abidance in consciousness has to be practiced. Holding on to God has to be practiced. Remembrance of the Lord has to be practiced. Now these are all different names. In the language of knowledge, we will say abidance in the self. In the language of devotion, we will say remembrance of God. Both are one and the same. Bhagavan, how to practice it? Paramena samadhina. Samadhi means meditation. Regularly meditate, sincerely meditate, wholeheartedly meditate. Paramena, keeping this as the highest goal in life. Parama means supreme. May this be your ultimate goal in life. What is it? Holding on to the reality. Even when you are fulfilling all your duties. Bhavan kalpa vikalpeshu na vimukhyati. If you do this, then na vimukhyati, you will never get deluded. Because now Brahmaji is going to create so many kalpas, you know. How much is one kalpa? The Chatur Yugas are called kalpa. What are the Chatur Yugas, by the way? Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali. Right. So in kalpa vikalpeshu. So 2000 Chatur Yugas is one day of Brahmaji. So like that he lives for 100 years. So whatever creation you do, O Brahma, you will not be deluded. Na vimukhyati. But what is the condition? Never forget the reality. What is the reality? Consciousness is the reality. The Supreme Self is the reality. As long as you are not forgetting this reality, you will never be deluded. What is the proof that we are deluded? The proof is attachment. Ahankara and mamakara is the proof that we have become deluded. Are you too much attached to your children, your husband, your wife, your profession, your what you call possessions and positions? Are you too much attached? Then understand it is a symptom of delusion. Moha. Attachment is the proof that we are deluded. Sense of, arrogance, pride, that because of me everything is happening. I am the doer. That is a proof that we are deluded. Ahankara, mamakara is the proof that we are deluded. So how to escape from this delusion? Bhagavan says, hold on to this consciousness. Don't get attached to anything other than consciousness. How to practice it? Paramena samadhina, at the seat of meditation, practice this. At the seat of meditation, how will I know that I am deluded? If my mind is wandering in all worldly things, beings and situations, understand my attraction is towards world and not towards God. So just like we have symptom for fever, high temperature is a symptom. In the same way, we have symptom for delusion also. What is the symptom? At the seat of meditation, if the mind is not getting firmly fixed upon Lord, not firmly fixed upon this consciousness, but instead it is wandering everywhere. Lot of ragadveshas are there, likes and dislikes. I like somebody very much, I hate some other very much. Ragadvesha is there. Kamakrodha is there. And this is what makes the mind wander. So all these wanderings, we have to understand that we have contacted the world wrongly. And how did this wrong contact happen? It happened because of the absence of this knowledge. When this knowledge is absent, know for sure that we will live in the wrong way. And the sign of wrong living is ahankara, mamakara, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha. Bas. This is a sign, this is a symptom. This is a symptom of the disease of samsara. Right. So what is Bhagavan saying? Bhagavan saying, Brahmaji, the moment you enter into this process of creation, you will make this mistake. Like everyone. So, just like when we have to cut this jackfruit, what is the first thing you do if you have to cut the jackfruit? Apply oil. Otherwise, that juicy, that sticky liquid will not allow you to do anything. So, just like we apply oil before cutting jackfruit, in the same way, what is the first thing to be done before entering into this world? And before fulfilling all our responsibilities, the first thing is apply this oil of knowledge. Once you apply this oil of knowledge, then nothing will affect you. Then you can fulfill all your responsibilities beautifully well. Beautifully well. You can love everyone, you can take care of everyone, you can fulfill your duties, responsibilities. Nothing is a problem. Where should the mind be? Mind should be in the Lord. Never forget this. Hold on to the real and play in the realms of the unreal. This is the formula of right living. Hold on to the real, play in the realm of the unreal. Just like these people, they take bath in Ganga. Now that Ganga pravaham is very strong, the flow. So that's why they have put chains, on the sides they have put chains. So if you have to take bath in Ganga, what you should do? Hold on to the permanent. What is the permanent? The chain. It is firmly rooted there. And then float in the impermanent, that water. So bathing is also done and you are safe also. Isn't it? Hold on to the permanent, play in the realms of the impermanent. Suppose you have to act in a drama. You have been given some role of a king or a queen or a minister or whatever. So what is it that you do? You hold on to the real. You know that this role I am not. My identity is something different. In this drama, I am playing a particular role. That's all. So, holding on to your real identity, you play that role, isn't it? Deep down, you never forget who you really are. So, this is how we must live our life. What is my identity? Satchidananda is my identity. Get firmly rooted with repeated meditation, repeated recollection, with non-forgetfulness, repeated chanting the name of the Lord. These are the ways in which we have to constantly remember Bhagavan. And then play your role in life. You may be a wife or a wife, daughter, mother, employer, employee, whatever the role is, you keep playing. Nothing will happen to you. You don't have to renounce the world. This is the point. Bhagavan is not telling Brahmaji, this world is terrible, you will get caught up, better renounce and be a sannyasi. No. A very big responsibility is going to be given. He is going to create the whole world. Can you imagine? He is called Pitamaha, the father of the creation. A very big responsibility. So Bhagavan says, you don't have to run away from your responsibilities. Brahma, this is all what you need to do. Hold on to this reality and fulfill your role. Then what will happen? Na vimukhyati karhichita, you will never be deluded. I promise you. This is my promise. You will never be deluded. Everything will fine with you. In fact, this is the way to live. Remembering me, perform all your actions. And this is exactly what Bhagavan also says in Bhagavad Gita. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhya cha. Arjuna, yuddha karo. You fight. Yudhya. Perform your duty. But mam anusmara, always remember me. Sarveshu kaleshu, all the time remember me and perform your duties. So this is the essence of Vedanta. This is the essence of Upanishad. This is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This is the essence of Bhagavatam. And that is why this knowledge is given from, in that Guruparamparā, this knowledge alone is given. Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharam cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasya Shishyam. So this is that Guru Parampara. Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam. So Bhagavan Narayana gave this knowledge to Padma Bhuvam, Brahmaji. What did Brahmaji do? He found that this is a wonderful technique. So he gave it to his son Vasishta. What did Vasishta do? He gave it to his son and disciple Shakti. What did he do? Tat Putra Parasharam. He gave it to Parashara. What did Parashara do? He gave it to Vyasa Rishi. Vyasa Rishi, what did he do? He gave it to Shuka Brahma Rishi. What did he do? He gave it to his disciple Gaudapada. Gaudapada gave it to Govinda Bhagavatpada. And what did Govinda Bhagavatpada do? He gave it to his Shishya. Who is his Shishya? Shankaracharya. He gave it to his Shishya. And this way, Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guruparamparā. So this knowledge which is coming from Bhagavan. So today we have this knowledge because this Guru Parampara, this Jnana Parampara is flowing continuously. So this we have to practice. And after practice, what we should do? We should get the benefit. What is the expression that you are practicing it well? The expression is you are always cheerful, you are always happy, you are always contented, you are filled with maximum happiness. Then what is your responsibility then? You give it to the next generation, isn't it? Maximum happiness for maximum people for maximum period of time. Hand over this knowledge to the next generation because this generation is terribly stressed out, burnt out, fused out. These are all the terms they use. There is a reason why they are burnt out, stressed out. Nothing will work. They will use so many techniques, so many management techniques, avoiding God, they want to give some technique. It is just not possible. Some temporary benefit you may get. If you want real benefit, there is only one: remembrance of the Lord. That is the only way. There is no other way. Develop devotion for Bhagavan, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. It's the most auspicious thing which we can ever do. Remembering Bhagavan. Doesn't matter whether devotion is there or not, at least chant his name. At least this much which everyone can do. If you can do this, you will find the great benefits. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a little bit of practice you do, you will see amazing results in your life. This is what has to be done. So first, gain the benefit. You experience it yourself. Experiment it on yourself. See the benefit, see the peace, see the joy, see the contentment, and out of joy, you share it with others. Just like our gurus have shared this knowledge to us, we must also share this knowledge to all of us. So I sincerely invoke the grace of the Lord and the blessings of the entire Guruparamparā. May we abide in this knowledge and spread this knowledge to everyone, because for which this mission, Chinmaya mission, has been formed. So in this regard, I sincerely invoke Bhagavan's grace and blessings. Hari Om. Thank you. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.